Alright, so I'm going to present an option here. So the main thing to work on, as I'm sure you know, is going to be this guy. And working it up to that 150, we don't play the whole thing. So if you feel like using what we did initially today as a warm-up, get it up as fast as you can. That's totally a good idea. However, if you want to just start working on this thing right away, that's fine too. Maybe so again, like we got those first 5 bars here. Let me change a little. Well, I might be able to get this all on one page. Let's see. Can I do it? It looks like it. Kind of hard to see what the numbers are on the screen. I think you got the paper. But yeah, so there's what you worked on first today. So you may want to work on these 5 bars separate, these 5 bars separate, and the last 5 bars separate there. So I'm going to demo this at a few different speeds here. This way you can play along and make sure that at different speeds you're playing it right. I highly encourage you, please use the video. Play along with me. Make sure everything sounds good. Of course, I'm starting at good old 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, I'm going to go up to 80 next. 1, 2, 3, 4. I completely missed the note. Take 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Terrible pinch. A little bit better. Alright, 100 beats next. 1, 2, 3, 4. $120. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to stop trying to pinch that because I'm not doing very well. Alright, actually I'm going to go 135 next, and then I'll finish with 150. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go, 150. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Got the pitch. It was kind of an instinctive thing. Bam! Beautiful ending. Okay. Now, for the chord stuff, highly recommend doing it clean. Doing it clean. I have not written everything else you got, but again, good thing you got the paper. So, when we do the next step with this, you're going to be doing arpeggios. This is to ensure that everything is ringing out nice and good, and it's going to help picking accuracy and dexterity and all that stuff anyway. But anyway, all you got to do, just run through each chord. Just hit the C again at the end because it sounds weird just ending on the diminished. Just run through each line that you got there, maybe at least once a day correctly. If you do 2 or 3 times, that'd be even better, but no need to spend a lot of time on this because we'll be doing a bit more with it anyway. Say the chords as you go. It'd be very helpful. You want to recall that the major shape looks like this when you start on the E. Hopefully you make the connection. Well, I'm going to tell you anyway. When you start the major chord starting on the A string, it's the same shape. It's just when you go to the D string, well, that's the major shape now. Starting on the G string, that's the major shape. So remembering these shapes is very helpful when we start to manipulate things. We add things or shift things around. So go ahead and just run through what's on the screen and what's on your page. So we got the C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major down low, A minor, B diminished. Up to the A string, we have C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, and C major at the high octave. Up to the D string, C major, D minor, E minor, E minor in the open position, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, and last, starting on the G string, C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, and again in the open position, A minor, and our B diminished. So, one thing that I find kind of neat, our major shape, when we start on the D string, you will have the same shape with your fingers. Just going 3, 2, 1 like this in chromatic succession down. Well, that's how the minor shape looks, starting on the G string. Which makes me think of how, this major chord here becomes minor when you started on that string. And fancy enough, within this bar chord shape, if you look at what is on the D, G, and the B string, it's that shape right there. When you go to the minor, if you look at the G, B, and E string, there it is. So a lot of these individual shapes, and I think you noticed one of them, but like when you went to this, you notice it was part of that shape there. Yeah, a lot of the bar chord shapes, movable shapes, are using these smaller pieces, or you could say the smaller pieces are found within the big chords. So neat stuff, I think. The more you recognize, the better fretboard knowledge and understanding you'll have. If you have any questions, let me know. I will see you again. Oh, before I forget, as far as that old etude where you're doing that thing, you're done with that unless you really want to work on it more. But put that as a secondary thing and focus on the new stuff instead. That's priority one now. All right. Now the finishing line, as I always say it. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will see you again next week.